Hi loves, welcome back to another week ahead reading. This week will be from the 13th to the 19th of July 2026. These are general messages. It either resonates or it doesn't, all right? I hope that you had a beautiful week and the messages served you well last week. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Simone, the Moon Goddess. All right, so I'm going to start off with an oracle card to get a theme for this week's energy. Then we'll move into the tarot cards. I will do an extended reading where I will clarify all the cards that come out for our week ahead and add some more oracles. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description box. All right, loves, let's get into it. Spirit guys, support me in connecting to the collective for this week. May all messages be for the highest good of all involved with harm to none. One more shuffle. All right. What's the messages? What's the theme for this week? Ooh, quick. All right, so Thinker. Card number 44. Thinker. We're in Mercury retrograde. It's in Cancer. There'll be a new moon either on the 13th or the 14th, I guess, depending on where you are. I need to check that. I'll pop a note for that, but it'll be a new moon in Cancer. So considering that we have a Mercury retrograde in Cancer, Mercury being about communication, the new moon in Cancer connecting to Mercury in Cancer could have you in your emotions, and your emotions cause you to think, and then what you think causes you to be emotional, and it's this back and forth ping pong type of energy. Make sure that your thoughts are high. Even if you're working through heavy energies, try to avoid letting the energies pull you into a anxiety place, an anxious place, a low place. Like, how can you work through your thoughts? Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's talking to somebody else. Is there a way for you to get those thoughts out, or to find a way to unscramble the thoughts? All right, at the bottom is come to the edge. So maybe your thoughts are pushing you outside of your comfort zone. Whatever's happening this week could cause you to feel uncomfortable. We got the nodes changing signs in a couple weeks, in about 2 weeks or so, the 29th, I think, changing. So the north node is moving from Pisces to Aquarius, and the south node is moving from Virgo to Leo. So even that could create this, depending on where this is happening in your chart, could create this feeling of anxiousness, of anxiety. I've been reading people talking about how this Mercury retrograde has been very heavy for them. I've seen quite a few people tweeting about this. I don't really feel it that much. I don't know. I don't feel like it's been quite different from other Mercury retrogrades, but I guess it depends on where it's happening in your chart. I mean, it's Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon changes signs. Maybe 1 minute you feel up, down, across, like you could feel all over the place emotionally. Maybe that's what that's about. It's also asking you to look at your relationships and where you are within your relationships and what works and what doesn't. And then there's people coming back around again, things coming up to the surface again. So there's a lot of reflection happening. Let's see, top of the deck is yin. That's so funny because when I picked up these cards to shuffle off camera, when I first cut the deck in half, I saw this card and I smiled. I was like, I feel like I look very yin, and I felt like the card was very, the card really matched how I look. So I smiled. So here it is, top of the deck, receiving, yin, Cancer, the moon. So what's on the surface, stay open to whatever emotions come. This is also about releasing, emptying your cup so that you can receive. This is softness, cool energy. Let me see what's after that. Time for a nap. So this week, again, Cancer, you could feel sleepy. It's that dreamy energy. It's your intuition pinging as well. There's this need to be soft and slow and cool and not necessarily trying too hard or pushing. All right, clean it up. So there could be some detoxing happening or the need to detox. Venus is in Virgo at the minute as well. Venus just moved into Virgo. So Venus ruling beauty and Virgo ruling efficiency and health and nervous system. You could be in this place of detoxing, cleaning, purging, releasing, healing, doing things to heal, fixing your sleep, you know, sleeping enough hours, getting enough rest. And then there's peace after that. So y'all see this story unfolding, right? All of this is on the top of the deck. And for me, that's what's very much transparent in your life. To the sea is after that. Water. Cancer being a water sign. Maybe some of y'all need to go to the sea. If you live near the sea, go to the sea. Going by the waters, right? The moon and waters, chaos and conflict. All right. So all of this could be causing you to think, never ending story, to think and overthink and to ask why. This is crazy. All that glitters, my candle just went crazy. A change in the wind and here and now are the cards that come after all of that. So we have come to the edge, not for you. No peace, no place like home. Cancer rules the home. Unfinished symphony. Mercury retrograde. A fork in the road. Happy. Time to go. All of these cards are telling me, we got TikTok and Treasure Island. All of these, and then Yang. All of these cards are showing me why your mind could be going a mile a minute this week. Let's say at the heart is round and round. That is funny. Your mind could be going a mile a minute, round and round. Deep knowing. Soulmates. So thinking about your relationships, cleaning up parts of your life. The retrograde showing you what you should reconsider, redo, rethink, replan. All of this. All right, so let's get into tarot cards and see what else comes through for you. When I cut the deck, Queen of Cups, Cancer. This Cancer, new moon. It's time for your home, whether your home, your physical home, your body. It's time for it to feel like home, not to feel like a stranger within your dwelling, within your connections, not to feel like left out or to feel abandoned and still be surrounded by tons of people. All of these things, think about these things, right? All right. Let's get your first card. Let's go with Monday's energy. Spirit guides. What's the energy for Monday? All right, we got a Two of Wands. Tuesday, Knight of Cups. Wednesday, we got Page of Swords and Judgment. All right, I'll keep both of them. Actually, let's just get one card. Let me shuffle again. All right, make it clear for me. Wednesday's energy. One card, please, for Wednesday, Spirit guides. Six of Swords. Thursday, we have an Eight of Pentacles. And let's see, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have an Ace of Swords. No, Three of Swords. Wow. Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. All right, so it was underneath the surface. Dominating your space, being your own ruler, taking charge, being assertive, being disciplined, being committed, being mature about things. being assertive. Top of the deck is the Three of Cups. So community coming together, not feeling like a stranger, not being surrounded by people and feeling like a stranger, feeling like home, feeling like your groups are like home. The environments you're around feels like home. You feel comfortable within your home. So Three of Cups is some kind of celebration, feeling supported within your groups, your communities. Four of Swords at the heart, take a nap, time for nap, rest your mind. All right, release this sense of needing to overthink, overanalyze. Look at things objectively. Ask for help where you need to. Write things down where you need to so that you could unjumble the thoughts. We've got the Four of Pentacles here and an Ace of Cups. So for me, being grounded, resting will lead to you feeling grounded and feeling refreshed and leading to your sense of healing. All right, let's go with Monday's energy. So we have a Two of Wands here for Monday. There's reflection, there's consideration, there's planning. You have resources and you're looking to determine what's the best way to use these resources. You could also be looking at who you can work with, who you can grow with. You're looking at connections that when you share good news, do they celebrate with you or not? You know, you're looking at what exhausts you. You're looking at how you can tighten your ship, tighten up things, how you've been leaking energy before, how you have done things in the past and how you can pivot. Even if you're doing the same things, how can you shift and tweak things ever so slightly to get the result that you are looking for, right? Trying to attain. So that's the Two of Wands on Monday. The Knight of Cups on Tuesday. Somebody coming in who wants to support. This is traditionally a romantic partner or somebody who's, coming to woo you in some way. Now remember, nights come and go. So this person could be here today, gone tomorrow. This is a water energy. So you got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Knight of Cups. Maybe this is a new person within your group setting coming in to share with you in some way. Somebody who is supportive. And this could be a healer as well. Somebody who is bringing a cup of medicine, like a counselor, a practitioner of some kind, a spiritual mentor, a spiritual teacher, coming to support you. Tuesday, this night. Now, when I clarify, we can get more information about what this night is here to do, what this night is coming to offer you. Where within your life, this could be somebody who brings bitter medicine, right? It's bitter, but it's there to heal. So this person could be coming in and what they're offering you, you might judge it because it seems strict. It might seem harsh. It might seem, you want fun and they're being serious. But what they're offering you is going to support you in where you headed. As I said, when I clarify, we can get more information about what this night is bringing on Tuesday. But somebody could be coming in to support you in some way when it comes to your emotions. Wednesday, we have a Six of Swords energy. This is time to go. Time to let go. Now, initially when I shuffled and two cards came out, it was the Page of Swords and the Judgment card. So there was this awakening happening. All right, maybe you are speaking up. It's Wednesday, Page of Swords coming out on Wednesday. So maybe you are speaking up, or somebody around you, this person could be younger than you or seems immature, but when you actually listen to what they have to say, you realize that they have sound advice to offer or they have good points to make. This could be you speaking up on something that might seem controversial to others, but it could be a game changer. So don't hide from it. Feel awakened by the adrenaline or the slight nerves of, oh my gosh, should I say this? Right? Wednesday, when it comes to your thoughts, where you are at, where you feel stuck, where you feel stagnant, where you feel like maybe for some of you, you feel as if you're not being heard, it's time to go. The grass is green on the other side. There's fresh soil to till on the other side. All right, so move on. And also, it could, for some of you, it could be just a need to move forward in your thought process and not necessarily changing environments or doing things different, but thinking different. Just you thinking different could change everything for you on Wednesday. So be mindful if on Wednesday, if you feel as if your thoughts are running away, because we be fully in that new moon energy, new moon and Cancer energy. So there could be so many emotions that you feel overwhelmed and it makes you just freeze. So Wednesday, if you find yourself in that energy, talk yourself out. Start speaking positive things to yourself. Remind yourself of who you are. It's time to go. Don't get stuck in it. All right, so Thursday we have an Eight of Pentacles. So this is time to work, time to focus, time to, you coming up with your strategies, your plans. You are diligent on Thursday. Continue to build, continue to stop, continue to refine your offerings. The Emperor here is saying be disciplined, tighten it up. All right, but also know when to take a break, also know when to rest. Don't work and work, because the Eight of Pentacles, this is Virgo energy. So once you locked in, the day just goes and you realize I haven't eaten. It's been 8, 9, 10 hours I've been working. I haven't even eaten because the work that I'm doing gives me so much energy that I've forgotten to nourish myself. So when Thursday, take breaks when you need to, hydrate, eat well, get enough rest. Don't overdo it. You might love what you do, but don't overdo it. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's a Three of Swords here. There could be some kind of deception, some kind of betrayal coming up. Again, this might be things just coming up to the surface because of the retrograde energy. Your thoughts. Remember, swords are your thoughts. It's air, comes and goes. The Three of Swords will be Libra energy. So maybe on the weekend, you don't feel as confident as you normally would. You doubting your self when it comes to your beauty, you doubting yourself when it comes to your aesthetics, you're questioning things. It's very emotional, right? Thinker, very emotional energy, very cerebral energy, emotions and thoughts mixed up into one and creating havoc, right? The Three of Swords. Maybe doubting where you, Three of Cups, Three of Swords energy. People close to you could be the ones causing you to feel this way. Again, this could be things from the past that you are still working through. Some kind of situation that you thought you had gotten to a point of you feel sound with it, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, these emotions come up to the surface, these thoughts come up to the surface. But yeah, so be mindful for the weekend of being careful who you open up to, being careful who you share your secrets with, because it's the people closest to you that have the ammo to come at you with, right? You sharing your innermost secrets with people who you think you could trust, and they're the ones who betray you. So be mindful of those moments where you start to speak and then for some reason you get cut off. You're about to say something and somebody cuts you off. Pay attention to that. Or you are about to say something and your voice cracks. Or you forget. Maybe you weren't supposed to say something. Be mindful of the words you use. Also, be mindful of how you betray yourself with your words and how you speak about yourself and how you think about yourself. All right, the Three of Swords. But we shall clarify add some more layers to this story in the extended. So if you're interested in that, you can hit the link down below. But I'm going to wrap it up here with what I see so far. How interesting. I just even realized that for the last 2 weeks, 1 week we had all water and earth and maybe one fire card. Then last week we had fire and I think fire and earth and a bit of water, no air. No air for 2 weeks in a row. And now here we are, 4 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Air, 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 fire, some earth, some water. It's more balanced than it has been for a while. But I see the thoughts happening here. All right, so I just remembered we got thinker. So yeah. This week, watch your thoughts. Don't let them you control your thoughts. Don't let your thoughts control you. All right, my loves. Have a beautiful week. Bye.